This is breaking news material. I am here at 307 Sawmill Deli. A woman, not long ago, maybe at around 10:15, she opened a can of Arizona. I'm going to show you the can. And shortly after she had a drink, she started feeling sick. She fainted. You know, medical group had to be called. Empress EMS had to be called. They came to the site. The woman fainted out and she had to be taken to St. John's Medical Center on North Broadway. Let's talk to the owner so you guys know what's going on and what the owner has to say. Well, ¿qué pasó? The lady was here. She worked for the store, right?
Yes.
She worked at the deli.
Yes.
And she had one of these.
Yes.
And then what happened?
She was getting ready to have her lunch or her breakfast, and she grabbed one of these cans, put a straw, she took a sip, and then she said her mouth was burning, and she started tearing. And she said, "It's really spicy." And we're like, "How is it spicy? It's mango. That's supposed to be sweet." And then she's like, "No, it's really spicy." And then she got really pale. She went to the bathroom. Then she was there for a minute, and she went out. She came back. She was like really pale, and then she just couldn't keep herself on her feet. Like she just like lay down.
No, how long after she had these? How long? Was it a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes? How long after?
No more than a minute.
So no more than a minute. She had one of these. No more than a minute. She started feeling pale, tear, mouth burning. She felt like this had some type of hot sauce on the drink, which is not supposed to be. And then what? She fainted?
She fainted, she felt very nauseous, and then she said she had like a sharp stomach pain, and she couldn't get up. Then immediately we called the ambulance, and then one of the other guys, well, prior to that, when she was saying that it was spicy, then somebody else tried it out like a little sip, and he said too that it was like burning his mouth, and then he felt like tingling or something, like a weird sensation. So when she collapsed, she couldn't get back up. We called the ambulance. The ambulance came. She was throwing up. She was even like trying to like
take her clothes off, right?
Because she couldn't take it. Yeah, she said she couldn't take the sharp stomach pain, and she just like she kept on throwing up, and she was like on the floor. She was like completely.
No, you sent me a few pictures of that actual can that she had, correct?
Yes.
Did the can appear to be open in any way?
No.
What, a hole on the can? Anything on that can?
No. We were all like chit-chatting before we had our breakfast or lunch, and she opened it right in front of us, and there was nothing. She grabbed the straw from like the counter, and
No, she went to the hospital, and the can with the content also went to the hospital, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Now, have you called the Yonkers Police Department? And I'm asking this because we don't know if this was contaminated with any poison.
Right.
We have no idea, because I remember a few years ago, there was a problem with medicine that was contaminated. So we know about fentanyl. We don't know if there is some type of contamination. So you call the police department,
Yes.
you try to file a report, you ask them to come over, and are they coming?
no, they said that they couldn't help me out. They asked me a few questions. I explained exactly what happened. That the girl's in the hospital, and they said that it couldn't help me because they wouldn't file a report. Because I told them it could be poison. It could like maybe like there's another can. You know, who knows? That could be contaminated. Somebody could, you know, get sick, and they told me that they couldn't help me out.
So
That the only report I could get is whatever the paramedics wrote when they arrived.
So you called so I understand this. You called the police department, asked them to come over and possibly investigate, because you don't know
Right.
how this got contaminated, if it got contaminated. You don't know if there is some type of a poison, chemical, residues here. So you wanted the Yonkers Police Department to come to the store and investigate, because I see your freezer with full of these, and I see a sign saying don't touch, because maybe this is contaminated. Maybe there is other cans that could be contaminated.
Exactly.
But the police department said that they could not come here and investigate this. Is this what you're telling me?
Yes, I called them and they said that they wouldn't write a report of somebody getting poisoning with one of those drinks.
But did you explain that you don't want them to come and write a report? What you want them to come and investigate if a crime was committed? Maybe this was intentionally.
Right.
We do not know. Did you explain that to them?
Yeah. I said that it probably should be investigated because just like not only her, the other person that tried the drink felt like it was like burning and it very spicy. So God knows, what's in that drink.
So Yonkers Police Department, you need to come and do your job. You need to come here and investigate and find out if any foul play was used here, was done here. We don't know if anyone put any type of chemical. We don't know if there is any contamination. We don't know if anything is going on. There is other cans. We don't need a kid to come over, open one of these, and get sick. Let's be proactive. Let's investigate if there is any possibilities of a crime. We need to check it out. You need to come over 307 Sawmill River Road to the Deli and check it out. Check to make sure that everything is safe. So now let me show you the container. Now that's the freeze where the items are. And let me show you the sign that the store placed there. It says Arizona drinks out of order, not for sale until further notice. Toda la bebida de Arizona no está para venda hasta próximo aviso. The only problem is we don't know if this is exclusive to Arizona or if maybe this is something that somebody put on a can of Arizona, maybe around the lid, and somebody touched with their lips and got sick. So I think that the Yonkers Police Department needs to come down here and investigate to make sure that this was not intentionally contaminated. I'm not saying that it is or if it was. All that I'm suggesting is that the Yonkers Police Department should come and investigate to make sure that no one else gets contaminated by this if this in fact was intentionally contaminated.